must be Julian.
Brooke Davis, I've read all about you.
They are two of my best friends, so if you mess with them, I will mess with you.
That sounds like fun. Oh, wow. Breakfast Club, you were the priss.
Let me guess, you were the stoner?
If you say so, they end up together.
Owen, I haven't been in here tonight. Julian, if she calls you.
It's not my problem. Thank you.
Hey.
Hey, any luck?
No. Are you looking for her too?
I'm not that guy, Brooke. I'm just getting coffee, sorry.
You've seen her?
No, but that cute guy that just left asked me the same exact thing.
Where is she? I know she's in here. Oh my god. Okay, it's okay.
He was the one who attacked you. You have to get out of here.
I know, I'm not leaving you here.
You ain't gonna shoot me.
Like I said, you don't know me. I'm not the same girl from the store that night. She's gone. You're okay.
Come on, let me get you guys home.
Sorry, I know that we were supposed to look at costumes today. I've just been totally turned around dealing with the press.
Oh, come on. Hot clothing designer tracks down attacker and exacts revenge. If you're not going to sell me the movie rights, you should at least frame the tabloid. You were attacked by a guy in a mask. It's not your fault. Focus on your work. I'll come back tonight and see where you're at, okay?
Says, come on in, get comfortable, let's talk business. Wine says to me. Can I get you anything to drink?
I brought us some wine. I hope that's okay.
Wine is perfect.
I feel like I do know you.
Why? Because I'm so transparent?
No, because of the book. You know, truth be told, I read it because of Peyton, but I related to it because of you.
Julian, what was this?
We should probably just say this was what it was, because anything else gets complicated.
Perfect. What am I gonna tell Peyton? I can't be on the couch kissing you.
Well, okay, and then maybe we should just continue this in your bedroom, preferably without our clothes.
That grin should be illegal. Oh, like you didn't have all the girls in your high school just begging to wear yours?
No, I didn't play sports in high school. I never had a Letterman jacket.
Really? Well, now you do.
Did you make this for me?
And look at that. You lettered all 4 years in football.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Brooke,
What?
you two are totally having sex.
No, we're not. And how much would you hate me if we were?
No, I wouldn't hate you. I mean, I know how he is. He's smart and he's charming and he gets through a lot of beds with that little scoundrel grin of his.
Yeah, I know that grin.
The weekend that he broke up with me, he just jumped into bed with somebody else, slept with some actress. So I want you to be careful, all right? Because the second this movie's over, he's gonna be off on another movie with a new conquest.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We're hanging out. We're having fun.
Pretty much what I expected your answer to be. We both know you're gonna leave when the movie's over.
Well, maybe we should just slow it down, focus on the movie.
And by slow down, you mean slam on the brakes.
Brooke, it sounds to me like you slammed on the brakes before I came in here. Well, it's okay. Whatever you want it to be.
Brooke? Are you and Julian?
No, not at all. Okay, up until today, we were having fun. His words, not mine, but it ended before it started.
I want you to have this.
What is this supposed to mean?
It means we're going steady.
This isn't a game, Julian.
I know. When I first got here, everyone thought I came for a girl. The girl in the book. But I only came here to make a movie. But now it turns out everyone was right. I am here for the girl in the book. The other girl.
Maybe we should continue this in my bedroom. Preferably without our clothes.
No wonder you were so popular in high school.
Excuse me. Sex did not make me popular. I made it popular.
Oh. Well, either way, I'm just happy to be a part of that crowd for a change.
Please. With this face, you were probably Mr. Popular. I am Brooke, and I did wear something like that.
Come on, Brooke. Did you really wear that in high school?
Yes, I did.
Maybe during your clean teen days.
Make it a little sexier, you know, Brookish.
I slept with Julian.
So just, how did it go from being a non-date to sex? It was a grin, right?
I mean, that didn't hurt. And then he threw in a touch of sweet and so much sincerity. And then he threw in the Letterman jacket I made him.
Oh, well, Letterman jacket, that's a good touch. High school Brooke did let her in sex.
I just wanted to make sure I got your signature move right.
This is not my signature move. I was the captain of the cheerleading squad. I started a clothing line. It is amazing that I even had time for sex.
I was just following the breakdown.
Brooke Davis. Gorgeous brunette with an amazing energy and smile. Her 3 favorite things: sex, sex, and sex.
You! How could you write such horrible things about me? You, who called me your pretty girl and said that I was gonna change the world someday? Tell me that you didn't write that.
I didn't write this.
Then who did? Here's your stupid jacket.
I should have seen this coming. You related to my character in the book, and you wanted all my wardrobe to be sexier, and you gave me your Letterman jacket. You want high school, Brooke? I have news for you. I am not that girl anymore. There is a lot more to me than just sex.
Brooke.
High school Brooke graduated.
Hey, Brooke! I know you're not the person you were in high school, because I'm not either. And I'm glad, because that kid never would have stood a chance with you. And I don't want high school Brooke. That's a breakdown describing the Brooke Davis I'm looking for.
Gorgeous brunette with an amazing energy and smile. Funny, intelligent, kind-hearted, strong-headed, simple and complicated, motherly, childish, tough, sensitive, beautiful. Way cooler than she was in high school.
That girl has been nearly impossible to find, but worth every second of the wait.
Are you gonna make sure Missy knows this?
I'm gonna make sure everybody knows.
I'm gonna take a shower, and when I get out, I want you gone.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
Because I don't do that.
I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Okay, really, I promise.
Promise?
I promise.
Just as long as it doesn't happen again.
You have my word, never again will I say the words, I love you. Even though I do in fact love you. I love you, I love you, I love you!
Quit it! Apparently you missed the part about me wanting you gone. What are you still doing here? Why are you doing this?
Because I'm trying to figure out why you got so freaked out about what I said.
By examining my ex list? So I dated a few guys in New York, so what?
You weren't in love with any of them?
I didn't have time for love, okay?
So then the last time you were in love... Now I get it.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Where are you going?
If you have more than one copy of Lucas's book, I'm out of here.
Look, I'm sorry if it's weird for you.
You still love him?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what Peyton said.
First of all, Peyton fed me that story long before she told it to you. So I've been there. And second, I love her. But I'm not Peyton.
I'm sorry, it's just that I've already been in a relationship that had the stench of Lucas Scott hanging over it.
And how do you think I feel? I'm the girl who's dating the guy who came to town in the first place to get Peyton back.
Okay, not exactly true, but point taken.
Yeah. It sucks always being the footnote in someone else's love story.
You choose your own path.
Yeah, but you can't choose who you love.
You're right, you don't. But you choose whether or not you open your heart to love.
What do you want me to say?
How about, I love you too, Julian?
How about I like you a lot? This is all happening really fast. What happened to just having fun? And you know, it's not as simple for me. I have Sam to think about.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't hide behind Sam.
I'm not hiding.
Yes, you are. And you want to know what I think? I think you do love me. Or you could love me. But you're just too stubborn and scared to admit it because the last time you really gave your heart to someone, it got broken.
Just let me all the way in.
And I get that. I've been there. But somewhere along the line, you gave up on the idea that you deserve to feel this way again. But you don't see what I see, Brooke. You deserve this. So, I'm gonna try one more time. I love you. I'm in love with you. I'm so lost and completely in love with you. I have been ever since I saw you doing that ridiculous Molly Ringwald dance.
Julian, I care about you so much.
It's okay. okay? Someday you'll let someone in. Today's just not that day.
I don't want this to change anything.
It won't. It won't. You know, you were right. It's my fault. We were just having fun, and you overwhelmed me a little bit. It's too soon.
It is a little too soon.
I know.
It's Julian.
I don't want to talk to him.
You should talk to him.
We're fine. Some time apart might do us some good anyway. Hi, Julian. What's up? They pulled the plug on the movie. He's leaving town soon. We're good.
Looks like you got that time apart you wished for.
I told her I loved her. She didn't say it back. The movie's over now, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it does matter. It's the only thing that matters.
I was gonna call you,
But I said I loved you, and you didn't say it back, and I said it was fine. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay, because sometimes the beauty is in the attempt. I gotta go.
This is crazy. I don't want you to go.
And I don't want to go. But I have to.
Julian,
I'm gonna miss you, Brooke Davis. You said you didn't want to be a footnote in someone else's love story. Maybe it's time we write our own epic love story.
but what about Sam? I can't leave her here.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I agree. I love you. Come with me.
Your ex-boyfriend just asked Sam and I to go with him to LA tonight.
What? Wow. I mean, that's a really big deal. It is good though, right?
No, it would be ridiculous to go with him. I have a store to fill. My friends are here. My life is here. You're pregnant, and I'm your maid of honor. How could I leave you?
Brooke, I'm gonna be fine, okay? You should go.
I want you to be happy.
This is what you want, right?
I want more time to figure out what I want.
Whatever you decide to do, I want you to know I love you.
And what if it doesn't work out?
What if it does? I really hope you're serious, because she hasn't been serious about anybody in a long time.
I told Brooke I love her because I do. I invited Sam because I want us to be a family. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I really have no idea what she's gonna say. But I do know this. If Brooke says no, it won't be because she doesn't care for you. She's just been very protective of her heart for a long time. She's afraid.
He loves you. He's a great guy. He wants us all to try it out together. Don't you get it? Most people dream of this moment.
Sam,
you're a good person, a cool designer, and a kick-ass mom, but sometimes you're your own biggest enemy. You're 22. You have your whole life ahead of you. You have this awesome dude at the airport who loves you. God, you have to go. You have to.
She's not coming.
You're not going.
I have a life here.
It's okay. If this were a movie, it would end different. But life's not a movie, because it makes two films that didn't work out. Goodbye, Brooke Davis.
I wanted you to go to LA with Julian, and I knew that you wouldn't go if you knew.
You suck for not telling me, and I'm not going anywhere. So.
Boy moves away, asks girl to come, girl says no.
And girl buries herself in work. I've read this book before.
I know you don't have a date for the wedding.
It was kind of last minute, dude.
Right, well, maybe I invited someone for you.
Lucas, you cannot do that to me.
Just gonna go over here now.
From the look on your face, I take it Lucas didn't tell you he invited me.
No.
You remember...
Missy, the other me, of course. Hi. Maybe we should probably get a seat.
Yeah, okay, 1 sec.
No, she's right. You should go.
It's good to see you.
I am so pissed right now. That whore stole my man.
Okay, but it's their wedding day, so don't you think it's time you let it go?
Not Peyton, you dork. Missy.
Who is Missy?
Missy me, the other Brooke from the movie. Focus. Julian is here. He brought Missy, that little slut actress, as his date. He's unbelievable. What is he thinking?
That you said no?
You look beautiful. Hotter than Julian's skanky Brooke alike, right? Right? Yeah, totally.
Right, absolutely. What the hell were you thinking bringing movie Brooke, huh?
I'm thinking movie Brooke is the only Brooke that likes me.
Maybe so, but I invited you to be real Brooke's date. And she's gonna lose her mind.
Why, did she say something?
You're trying to make her jealous, aren't
You
you?
invited me to your wedding, I brought a date, that's it. You either dance with me or say you love me, it's your choice.
I thought you left. What happened to Missy?
She left. I accidentally called her Brooke at the bar. How's Sammy?
I don't know. She went to live with her birth mom.
I'm sorry, that must have been hard for you. And Sam too, I mean, you know she loves you.
Yeah.
I wish you would have called and told me.
You know what? I'm sorry, Julian. I can't do this.
You can't dance with me?
I miss you.
You do realize the name of the company is Clothes Over Bros, yes?
My father always made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I see that in Brooke. She's so talented and good-hearted and beautiful, but she carries around this feeling that she's not good enough.
Are you finished?
No, not yet. I love your daughter. I'm in love with her. And one of these days, she's gonna love me back. And when she does, I want you to understand something. You're either gonna learn to be nice to her, or you won't be in her life. You need to go home, Brooke. You've been awake for the better part of the last 4 days, and it's not healthy.
I need to be here when she wakes up. What is that?
Every fashion magazine I could find.
You just said...
Yeah, but I knew when I said you needed to go home that you'd say you needed to be here when Peyton woke up. Because you're stubborn about days.
You don't know me.
I think I do. What's that?
Sam's new home.
I miss that girl.
Yeah. So I guess you have to be getting back to LA.
Yeah, I mean we're prepping the new movie.
Yeah, I haven't even asked what it's about.
You know, boy meets girl, boy loses girl. Anyway, it was great getting to spend time with you, Brooke, even considering the circumstances.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for staying with me.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure Peyton was going to be okay.
Of course.
I love you, Brooke Davis. I love you so much.
Don't say it, just kiss me.
You need to fly to Los Angeles and tell that boy that you love him.
What?
This boy Julian loves you, and you love him. That's all that matters.
You told me that someday I'd be ready to let someone in. I think today might be someday.
If this was a movie, you'd kiss me right now.
I'd say I love you, and then I'd kiss you. I love you.
You could come with me,
I can't. You say that every time.
and you say I can't every time.
Because I can't. But the movie's almost over, and then you can come back to Tree Hill, and we can finally be together, right?
Yes, of course.
I want you to stay.
Yeah, I know. You look sad, Brooke Davis.
I'm not sad.
Yes, you are. You've been moping around ever since that night at the beach.
I'm just gonna miss you, that's all.
But you don't have to. What's keeping you in Tree Hill now that Peyton's gone? You went back for her.
So did you.
That's not fair. Look, all I'm saying is, if you can run Clothes Over Bros from Tree Hill, you can run it from anywhere.
But Tree Hill's home.
We'll be okay.
And this is a great night. I'm proud of you. I want you to know I totally took one for the team, and I made you some closet space in the spare bedroom.
So they called me about that film in New Zealand. They want me to produce it. It's a big movie, Brooke. It could make my career.
Wow. When does it start?
Right after this one.
So basically now. For how long?
8 months. I don't have to take it.
No. You should. You have to.
Time's gonna fly by. I promise. Then we'll be together.
I can wish stuff for other people too.
Dude, hook me up.
Okay, here goes.
Wow, you're good. What are you doing here?
It's Jamie's birthday.
What about the movie?
Well, I moved some things around.
I'm just lonely.
We're here now.
I know. And it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what I wished for.
Wanna know what I wished for?
Mm-hmm.
Skinny dipping.
You did not.
Uh-huh, I did. You coming or what?
That's what she said.
I know, but I do have some good news. I decided not to produce the movie.
But why? That was an important movie.
There's this girl that I'm kind of in love with, and...
What if we ruin it?
What are you talking about?
The feeling that I get when I see you after a month. I don't want it to go away.
It won't.
Damn. I'm really gonna like this living together thing. I want you to move your stuff in, okay? This is our house now, not just mine.
How would you feel about going back to our bedroom for a little while? My dad just flew 5 hours to ask me if I'm quitting the business and getting married.
What did you say?
I asked him to leave.
Oh, about the marriage part.
I told him he was crazy. We're not getting married. We just moved in together.
It was just the way he said it. As if the very idea of us ever getting married was somehow completely ridiculous to him. And then he hung this ugly army man poster in the living room. What are you doing?
Fixing you dinner and thinking about getting rid of my poster.
Why?
Because you have to eat and because you hate it.
I don't hate it.
My father, as you know, was always gone. This one time he came home and surprised me and took me to see The Thin Red Line. And then we spent the rest of the day together. It was probably the best day I ever had with him. And that was the day I decided I wanted to make movies too.
You know, my whole life, I wanted to get my mother to be proud of me. And then one night, Julian threatened to exile her from our lives. And I would do the same to you. I'm just not sure it would matter. Fix it. I love you, you know that? I love who you are. I don't know how you got there, but I'm glad you did.
I'm glad I did too. Because you're here with me. I got coffees. Mocha double latte extra foam.
Thank you.
Mocha double latte no foam.
Thank you.
You must be Alex.
You must be yummy. I like him.
Yeah, well, you got a little competition on that one.
Please, you're way too old for him.
Come pose with me.
No, you and Julian seem so happy.
We are. But I think he's bored out of his mind. He just gave up a movie to be with me.
And I'm sure he's glad that he did.
Oh, crap. I'm stuck in my extensions. A little help? So how come you're not doing that movie in New Zealand?
Just looking for something else.
I have something else you might like. I know what you're thinking, but I know a good script when I read it. I said I had something different for you. You thought I meant me, huh?
That's okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
Seriously, with the incense?
It's relaxing. You nervous about your big day?
If you're referring to the fashion show that we've poured way too much time and money into, then yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about it.
You shouldn't be. You're Brooke Davis.
Do you have a new script?
Oh, it's the script Alex gave me the other night. I was just writing down some ideas.
I thought you didn't like it.
I don't, but the story's pretty good. There might be something there.
Well, you don't have to do this for me. I don't even like Alex.
Oh, I'm not doing it as a favor. I know a good idea when I see one. Brooke Davis. You look beautiful today.
You know, my daughter seems so happy lately. In fact, she seems happier than I've ever seen her. I'm assuming I owe that to you.
How are those nerves holding up?
I am about to be judged by fashion critics who had to fly to North Carolina and love to witness failure.
Well, then I guess they're gonna be disappointed tonight. I brought you something that's gonna relieve all your stress.
You got me a present.
Sandalwood. I guess this will have to do.
Alex? He just read some script she gave him. Julian's a good guy, Mother.
He is. And I have a feeling she's wrecked a few good guys in her day.
I saw you talking to Alex. How'd she take it when you told her you don't like that script?
Actually, it turns out she wrote it and she needs some help, so I'm gonna work with her on it. Who knows, maybe we can get it in good enough shape and make a movie out of it.
Well, good morning, babe. You're so sweet.
So have you seen her script?
You certainly do know how to hit the off switch.
Sorry, baby, you know I'm working with her today.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. I don't trust her around men. Underwear should be a welcome mat. I've seen the way she looks at you.
Trust me, I'm not interested in the writer, I'm interested in the story.
As long as it doesn't become the story you and Alex tell your kids someday when they ask how you met.
The only kids I'll be telling stories to will be ours.
That's a good answer. Have a good day.
Hi, Julian. You ready to give me notes?
Yes, here's my first one. Get dressed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you were getting dressed.
I did. See?
Oh, at least it's not a welcome mat.
Maybe I should take them out.
No. No. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but you need to put more clothes on.
Why?
Because if I work with you and yours, I'll never see Brooke and hers again.
Wanna hug you?
Yeah, don't. It just doesn't seem realistic to me. The girl rips her clothes off and throws herself at the guy for no reason. I just can't see that happening.
Can you see it happening now?
No! Oh, God, no, I can't.
What happened?
Let's just say she's the person you thought she was.
Does Brooke Davis have to slap a bitch?
No, baby, I just won't be working with her anymore. She's all yours.
I'm sorry, babe. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just I hadn't found a script I liked that much in a long time. Can't believe I was stupid enough to think she'd take it seriously.
No, you'll find a better script.
I guess it's back to renting movies instead of making them. Any suggestions?
Something that'll put you in a better mood. Or at least in the mood to make out with me. What do? Do you shake hands by spreading your legs? A guy was finally interested in your writing instead of your body, and you did what you do best. You blew it.
Brooke, I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
He was giving you a chance to show the world that you are more than just another stupid, washed-up actress. But you proved that that's exactly what you are. Honey, I'm home. Let's do this.
I told you it was realistic.
Hey, honey. Alex and I worked everything out.
Isn't that great?
Once a hoe bag, always a hoe bag. You might want to consider what you are very carefully.
Can I borrow you? Want to tell me why you were mounting your ex-boyfriend in the back room?
Because you weren't available.
Very funny.
I'm serious. I thought to myself, why aren't you making men's clothes, Brooke Davis?
Clothes for bros?
Ching! But in order to make men's clothes, you need a fit model for measurements. You were my first choice, but alas.
I was busy with Alex, I get it. Well, I'm here now, and I'm all about taking my clothes off for you in the back room so you can send your little boy toy packing.
You're very sweet. But I think I'm gonna stick with Chase. I'm already halfway through his measurements. Don't worry, baby. We're all business.
I understand from Julian you might be a little concerned about our relationship. I mean, I stripped naked and that boy didn't even flinch. He is clearly so in love with you.
manipulative and self-serving and naked and
Brookish? Like you were in high school.
It's recently been brought to my attention that the way you behave is a lot like high school me used to. And I would be insane to let high school me anywhere near the man I love. The man I love who shouldn't even think about sleeping anywhere but the couch tonight.
I'm sorry, what did I do?
What you didn't do is tell me that Hobag got naked for you.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that. You, couch. You, fired. Ciao, bitches.
You know I love you.
And you know I fired Alex, but you're still working with her.
I like her script, Brooke.
You like her script, or you like her? You really hurt my feelings when you said we weren't getting married.
When did I ever say anything about marriage?
When your dad came to town, you said we weren't getting married like it was some sort of completely ridiculous notion to you.
No, Brooke, I was venting. It had nothing to do with the actual concept of marrying you. I think about that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I wrote "marry me" in the sand and then I didn't tell you because you said you were leaving.
Did you mean it when you proposed?
Yeah, I did that night.
But not anymore.
I don't know right now.
Sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings.
I need to know that you feel the same way that I do. That you could see yourself doing this with me forever, because if not, what am I doing? What are we doing? Who are we?
Or us, Brooke. You're the girl I love with all my heart. And I'm the boy who's gonna be with you forever. We don't have to rush into anything. Forever is a very long time. Alex isn't that bad once you get to know her.
I'm just saying, I've known Brooke a long time. I saw how hard it was for her to get over a broken heart.
Well, nobody's gonna break Brooke's heart.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with a little window shopping either, right?
Yeah, well, she's no Brooke Davis. But you guys have all seen her naked on film.
Wait, who we talking about?
Alex. She's the only actress in Hollywood who insists on doing nudity.
Yeah, Alex, that's what I thought.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Skills.
Skills?
Nathan and Brooke kind of made a sex tape in high school. Okay. Good night.
What if the guy I want to spend the rest of my life with doesn't feel the same way?
Could see spending the rest of my life with Brooke, but I know she wants kids. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'll ever be.
I love you. And I know me working with Alex has been really hard.
Excruciating.
And I appreciate how understanding you've been. Here's some good news. I think we're finally gonna finish the script today.
Finish as in done? As in no more late nights with Alex?
And lots of late nights with the most beautiful girl I know.
I think I'm pregnant. I'm late and I'm never late and I'm freaking out. Last time we talked about our future, he basically said, "What's the rush?" I am fluent in boy, and I am pretty sure that "what's the rush" doesn't mean let's have a baby now.
He loves you. Stop worrying. Go to the doctor. It's your turn to be the girl who gets the baby and the boy.
Okay, just don't do anything. I'm on my way, okay? I can't just leave her alone. She sounded really bad.
She's an actress, Julian. How'd you sleep?
Not good.
Good.
I'm sorry. I thought Alex was in trouble and I reacted.
Is she okay?
She's fine.
Imagine that.
Brooke, you would have done the same thing if she would have called you.
Yeah, but she didn't call me. She called her boyfriend. I mean, my boyfriend.
Look, I know we were supposed to have a night together, but we can do that tonight. Or any night, okay? And don't get upset.
I'm not upset about that.
Yes, you are.
Not about that.
What else is there?
I thought I was pregnant.
What?
I'm not. So you're good.
I would have been good if you were. If we were.
Don't say that to me.
You knew last night. I'm such an idiot. Come here. I'm sorry. I messed up. Are you sad? Hi.
They're beautiful.
So are you. How you doing?
Not so good.
I want you to know something. I know that I've talked about slowing down and taking our time, but I want you to know that whenever we do get pregnant, that's gonna be a great day, and I'll be more than okay with it.
We're not gonna have that day.
Baby, we will.
No, we won't. They didn't just tell me that I wasn't pregnant. They said I'm never gonna be. I can't.
You can't have children, they told you that.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be. I love you so much.
But I want to have babies with you. I want to have a family.
Then we'll get a second opinion. And a third. Okay, we'll find the best doctors out there.
What if...
Hey, shh, shh. I love you. That's all that matters. I love you. I don't need kids to make me happy. I just need you, Brooke Davis.
What did I do to deserve you?
No, to be honest, I didn't even know I wanted to have kids until the moment I found out I might not be able to.
Julian told you? You told Alex that I can't have children? That was personal. That was between me and you told her?
It was wrong. I just slipped.
How could you do that?
Please forgive me.
No. What's even worse than you telling her is that you told her you want kids. You told her the truth and you lied to me.
Bro.
I can't have kids. I just wanted it so bad.
How did Julian take the news?
He told Alex he wants kids.
Well, maybe he's not the one for you.
But what if I'm the one for him?
Because of you right now, Brooke and I aren't even talking.
Maybe that's not such a bad thing. I can give you everything you want, and Brooke can't.
We're not okay. You should have never stayed here. Being here means you have to give things up, and I am tired of making you give things up. LA, work, Alex, and now.
Brooke, I don't care about having kids.
That's not true, and you know it. You want all that. You should have it. I don't want to be the girl that keeps denying it from you. I think you should take another movie.
And what about us? What are you really saying?
I'm saying I need some time. I need to go home, Julian. You've been here all night and you need to get some sleep.
I want to be here when she wakes up. What's this?
Every entertainment magazine I could find.
But you just said...
Yes. I knew that when I said you needed to go home, you'd say you needed to be here when she woke up. You're stubborn, Julian Baker.
You don't know me.
I think I do.
I don't want to be the couple we were last night.
I don't either, but I think that's who we are right now. And I'm sorry about that, but I need some time. And I think you do too.
Yeah.
Hi.
I came here to tell you two things. The first is that I love you, and I miss you, and I want to be with you. The second is I'm gonna make that movie with Alex.
When did you meet Peyton?
In LA, you know that.
No. Specifically the moment you met her.
She had just broken up with Lucas, and she was crying in the copy room of a record label.
And when did we start being us?
You needed help with Sam.
And now Alex.
My mom used to be the most amazing woman. She had this magic inside her. After a while, she felt unloved or unworthy.
You can't fix your mom by fixing Alex.
Maybe I can help her before her fire burns out. And if not, at least I tried. Welcome back. Would have been nice to get a call, email, anything.
We're taking some time apart.
And I backed off for 6 weeks, but we need to talk now. We need to figure some things out together. If this is about you not being able to have kids, we should be talking about that. We should be talking about a lot of things.
Things like Alex? How is she, by the way? Seems to be on the mend.
You want to talk about Alex? Okay.
You told me that you want to save her. Like you couldn't save your mom. What am I supposed to do with that?
Understand.
I can't.
Oh, I see. So since you can't understand me working with Alex, you show up with a guy named Alexander. Alex?
My mother hired Alexander. He is consulting on my men's line. That's it.
Okay. I believe you. Imagine that. I believe you.
Do you think that this has been easy for me?
How would I know, Brooke?
You know what? I can't do this. I have a lot of work to do today.
Right. Of course. Clothes over bros. Brooke and I are taking some time apart. I don't need you pushing another guy on her.
Brooke deserves to be with someone who has the good sense to want her over some no-talent actress. That's Alexander, then.
I'm not interested in Alex.
You may not be interested in her, but you like that she's interested in you. You want to stroke your ego? Don't break my daughter's heart to do it.
Brooke's heart was already broken when I met her. I've been the one trying to mend it.
Well, right now, you're not doing a good job. You want Brooke? Fight for her.
I have been. I can't fight for us by myself.
You are always together.
It's always about Alex. Just stop it, Brooke.
I will as soon as you stop acting like it's in my head. It's not.
Yes, it is. I am here in Tree Hill for you, and it's not good enough. You just keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for this not to work.
I don't want to fight. I just wanted to talk.
Yet here we are fighting. And I'm getting really tired of fighting. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm the guy who needs to save people. That's my issue. But I'm also the guy who loves you. I'm the guy you pushed away when you found out you couldn't have kids. I'm the guy you can't trust no matter how much I tell you to. And that's your issue, Brooke. I'm never going to be able to make that stop for you.
What are you saying?
Maybe right now you need to work on you and I need to work on me. I'm making a movie. I haven't hired a costume designer yet.
Why not?
The person I wanted didn't work out.
It's Julian's stuff. He broke up with me last night. I want to take it to him, but I just don't think I can see him right now.
Okay, how about I take care of the box?
Brooke thought you might want your stuff back.
I don't appreciate you sending your boy toy to deliver my stuff.
Well, I don't appreciate the dumb thing you delivered to me last night, so I guess we're even.
Oh, come on, Brooke. You broke up with me when you left. I just had the nerve to call it what it was, and I didn't need to send an Alex to do it for me.
I just needed some space.
Well, you got it.
You guys are way too good together not to make it. Just give it some time.
Okay, fine.
You don't even have to look at me if you don't want to.
Okay, I'll think about it. When do I start?
As soon as I find a director.
You don't have a director? Did you hire anyone for this movie?
The last guy didn't work out.
Too bad you don't know anyone who's always wanted to direct. Who knows the movie really well. I'm thinking someone whose name rhymes with Julian.
I don't think my dad would go for that. You know, I've never directed before.
Make him go for it. Tell him you hired the best costume designer on the planet, and she'll only work with you if you direct. Have your people call my people. I really liked being the girl behind the red door.
I miss the girl behind the red door.
The girl behind the brown door. Doesn't have the same ring to it. I'm just watching a Teamster paint my adolescence a fugly shade of brown.
I guess there's a lot of memories around here for you.
You could say that. In high school, this was Lucas's bedroom.
Now that that's burned into my brain.
So, speaking of high school memories, you know, Haley and Quinn organized that fundraiser dance at Tree Hill High tonight. And I just wanted to tell you, in case you were thinking it'd be weird to go, not that you would, but if you did, I wouldn't.
Thanks, but, you know, we shoot our first scenes tomorrow and I got a million things to do. Besides, you know what a geek I was in high school. You've seen my yearbook photo.
Yeah, that's burned into my brain.
Exactly. The day I graduated, I swore I'd never go back. You have fun though. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I saw you talking to Brooke earlier. She practically begged you to go to that dance.
Right, I think what she said was it wouldn't be weird if I went.
Trust me.
I think she was just being polite.
Not bad.
I'd have to find an outfit from the 80s.
Actually, I've got that covered.
There she is.
Why don't you take a chance and ask the popular girl to dance?
I was already here with somebody else.
I'm sure it's not what it looks like.
I wasn't on a date with Brooke.
Of course he showed up with Alex. I think things were simpler then.
What, the love triangle between you, Lucas, and Peyton? No.
He's here with Alex.
So are you, the boy version.
He made it clear that she's his priority right now, and I think he has feelings for her. Or not, he admits that. I can't be the girl who's with the guy who's in love with someone else. Not again. I always had a thing for the guys in shop class.
What happened to your date?
Mom, we're just friends.
Ah, the irony is palpable.
You know I wasn't trying to make you jealous. You said you weren't coming, so why did you?
It was a misguided attempt to find some clarity. Going back to high school just makes me feel like a geek. Not exactly a confidence booster.
Nothing boosts a geek's confidence like a kiss from the cheerleader. See you at work tomorrow. You're gonna do great.
Hey, Brooke. This isn't gonna be easy, is it? You and I being friends.
No. But it's better than not being in each other's lives at all.
Some advice from one Alex to another. Don't fall in love with Brooke Davis. Those two are going to end up together, even if they don't know it yet.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing great.
Thanks. Coming from you, that means everything. Hey, Brooke. I miss you.
Coming from you, that means everything too.
Am I doing okay?
Are you kidding? You're doing great. Everyone is so proud of you, especially your dad and me. I was just saying that sometimes our relationship seems so simple and easy. No matter what, it just turns into a big mess, and there are days that I want to dive into that mess.
But you love him, right?
Like you don't even know.
If you love somebody and you want to be with them, then go get them. Deal with the mess later.
How are things with Brooke?
Obviously, we still love each other, but every time we get too close, one of us puts up a wall. And it's not easy being on the other side of that wall.
So tear down the wall.
You don't understand. When Brooke Davis puts up a wall, that thing's not coming down until she's ready.
And you have to wait. Julian, if I thought you and Brooke were really just friends, Alexander wouldn't have been the one in my bed last night.
Alex, I'll walk you to your room.
I guess I made a huge, stupid, unforgivable mistake. Imagine that.
Brooke, this is not the costume we agreed on.
Well, then I guess I'm also a dirty, no-good liar. Good morning, Paul.
Oh, you're grumpy because we had sex, aren't you?
Excuse me?
I told him not to tell you, besides it just sort of happened. But the last girl he was with practically qualifies for a senior discount. I know. Ouch.
Get off my set.
Do you have any idea the kinds of things she has been saying
I
about—
don't care, Brooke. Get off my set.
Julian!
I don't care.
I guess you made that pretty obvious.
And who did the puncher punch?
Alex.
Alex was with me last night.
You?
Yes.
Not Julian?
No.
Brooke, what the hell happened today?
I thought you slept with Alex.
So, basically, you still don't trust me.
No, basically, I got jealous. Because I'm in love with you, Julian, and I always will be. First, I thought you were falling for Alex, and then last night I went to your hotel, and I thought you fell for Alex. I'm sorry.
You think too much, Brooke Davis.
Good morning, boyfriend.
You're kind of liking calling me boyfriend again, aren't you?
Yeah, has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Brooke, glad we're back. You remember what you said to me our first night here?
What if we ruin it?
Every night I spent away from you, I dreamed about being back here. I dreamed about us, Brooke. And now, we're here. We're back. And you look even more beautiful than in my dreams. I love you. I never stopped loving you. Not for one night. Not for one moment. And I never will. Nothing can ruin us. Trust me, it's great for the skin.
In that case,
I've been cordially invited to attend the official unwrap party. Brooke Davis caught in a sex act with her boy toy. Why'd I ever get involved with filmmaking in the first place?
because you watched A Thin Red Line with your father when you were a boy, and it was the best day you ever had.
You don't know me, Brooke Davis.
Oh, I think I do, Julian Baker. And you know what else I know? You'll get in. And if you don't get in, you're taking me to Cabo.
Wait, when did I say the Cabo part?
You didn't. I just did.
I had to send them a rough cut. Maybe they hated it.
Maybe they loved it, and they'll tell you that when you get in.
Maybe I love you and I'll love you forever.
It's a great film. They'll call. You'll get in. Imagine that. The Wasatch Valley Film Festival.
Hello? The audience has to love the movie. We have to sell it. And I have to decide what's next.
Not to sound naive, but maybe you should just enjoy it. The movie is great. And you are great. And you look so handsome.
What would I do without you, Brooke Davis?
Your dad and your destiny are waiting.
Help. Last night at the bar, Jamie gave me a gold star for luck.
Oh.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not it. That's the engagement ring I got for you. Everyone says that the next thing I do, the next choice I make, is going to define me. Marry me, Brooke Davis.
Yes, okay. I want you so much.
I've been thinking about this whole we're not able to have a baby thing. I was thinking maybe we should try for a few hours. And then try again for a few more hours. And then I'll wake you up in the morning and we can try all day tomorrow. This happens all the time. I sleep with a girl and then the next morning it was so amazing she starts planning the wedding.
Be careful, mister. Speaking of, Peyton says hi.
Oh, ouch.
This bride will be wearing a clothes over bros original.
The rich Brooke Davis.
I am she.
Oh, I chose wisely.
You did indeed. I believe we have plans for the day. Grease too?
Oh, yeah, I like your idea better. Let me get my T-bird jacket.
Hey! Hi!
What's going on?
Ready for my greased lightning.
Oh. Oh, ew, ew. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm pregnant. Don't hate me.
Selfish baby haver. You're greased lightning.
So Haley's pregnant again.
Yeah. Now they'll have a new baby. I'm really happy for her.
A little selfish though.
Totally selfish. They already have Jamie and we can't even have one.
So greedy.
Maybe we could kidnap this one.
Or maybe you could meet me in the bedroom and I could romance your ovaries some more until they surrender.
Ovaries isn't very sexy.
No. I know. Brooke Davis?
I was totally joking about the kidnapping thing.
You're under arrest.
What? Wait, why? What did I do? Julian! Julian!
Is there anything I can do?
You're doing it right now. When you look up bad in the dictionary, this is it! I am being charged with accounting fraud, financial misrepresentation. What are they talking about? Everything's gone.
I'm not.
Hi, Jimmy Jam.
And Brooke, do you know where babies come from?
Not from me.
Still do.
Oh. Dude! You're so going pro.
And Brooke, Julian, you guys are gonna make great parents someday.
Does it make you a little sad?
Yeah.
Julian, what fairy tale did you bring me to?
This is the Biltmore estate. I thought it would be a nice spot for our wedding. I want my girl to have her dream. Because years from now, when we look back on this moment, we're not going to remember the trouble with your company or the bad press or even your mom being in jail. We're just going to remember how great our wedding was. You of all people deserve it. You're going to give away your money so that they don't lose theirs. You make sad look beautiful, Brooke Davis.
My mom yelled at me for giving up the company. She called me stupid.
Yeah, well, your mom can be a real bitch sometimes. Victoria lies about your profits, gets you arrested. Then she yells at you for giving up your own money and your own company, a company you built and you love more than anything, to fix her mistake? So are you going to tell her how screwed up that is, Armand?
When I say to you that today was the last time you will ever call me stupid or speak to me the way that you did, that you will all be paid back in full, 100%.
I was so proud of you tonight. I am proud of you. I can't wait to marry you. Come to bed, girl I love.
Oh, please, God, no.
Mom?
Hi. What the hell are you wearing? This was supposed to be your costume.
You want me to go as Flava Flav?
Why are you dressed like a dog, Julian?
You'll find out in about 3 seconds.
Oh, hi, Brooke. Well, what do you think, huh?
I thought you said you hated Halloween.
And now you know why.
Who was your best friend growing up?
I was. Isn't that right, Juju B?
10-4, Big Mama.
Okay, maybe it wouldn't hurt for you to have some male friends here.
You sure you're gonna be okay spending the whole day alone with my mom today?
Yeah, it beats spending the day with my mom in prison. Besides, she's almost as excited about our wedding as I am. Over and out, Mama's boy.
Brooke Davis in the kitchen. Is it wrong that I'm getting turned on?
A little bit. I'm trying to be domestic.
Domestic Brooke is cute.
Good morning, pilgrims. Is that an apple peel? Oh, it's interesting. Hope no one chokes.
Says 3 pounds apples.
Peeled.
Julian!
What happened?
I don't know, but make it stop.
Oh, God, I'm blind!
Oh my God! What is it? What is it? What?
All right, I got it.
Maybe we could scrape it off.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Brooke Davis, I love you, and I'm thankful for you, and my gift to you is a day free of filming.
Really?
Such a good gift. And Brooke.
No, Juju B! Way to go!
You're sexy when you play football.
Yo.
I destroyed that turkey.
Might have been okay if my mom didn't spray it.
No. You know, everything that's happened, maybe it's okay in a way. I learned the important people, the important things, they don't go away. You're still here.
And I'm never gonna leave. Learn to speak French. Watch every James Bond movie. What's this?
It's a list Millie made for me years ago when I was rich of all the things that I always said I wanted to do. Is lose my entire company on there? Because we can go ahead and just cross that one off.
Go into outer space, get drunk at Oktoberfest. Did you ever do any of these?
No.
It's Oktoberfest.
It's It's not October.
Oktoberfest is a state of mind.
You're very clever with my list.
Can I also interest you in a James Bond marathon, Miss Moneypenny?
Okay, that was a terrible German accent.
That's not German, it's Sean Connery.
That was an even worse Sean Connery.
Shall we begin, darling? You wanted to ride a motorcycle.
I am quite certain that that is not a motorcycle.
Motorcycle is a state of mind. It's all they'd let me rent without a motorcycle license. Hop on, mademoiselle.
Absolutely not!
But it was on your list. You've always wanted to do it.
Well, I changed my mind. A girl can change her mind.
I promise you it'll be the second most exhilarating 45 seconds of your life.
What's the first? Oh, a sex joke, which might be cute if we weren't 15,000 feet in the air with a quarter of the plane missing. I hate you.
I love you. Bon voyage.
I know you wanted to go to outer space, but due to budgetary restrictions, I thought maybe I could bring the moon to you.
It's beautiful.
It's made of cheese, you know.
This one actually never made it onto the list because I didn't think it was possible.
Outer space? No, I'm pretty sure it was on.
No. Finding a man who adores me as much as you do. And getting to keep him forever.
I plan on making every one of your dreams come true. For richer or poorer. Even the last one on that list.
Which one's that?
I will give you a baby, Brooke Davis. Whatever it takes. Fertility, adoption, kidnapping. I can't wait to have a family with you.
J'adore.
Wow, one day and you're already speaking French.
Mm-hmm. And I've already picked out my favorite French word.
What?
Fiancé.
You'll have to learn the word for husband soon.
Not soon enough.
You do realize we live here, yes?
Yeah, I understand that. What I don't understand is why we live here. Because your work was here.
And was that so horrible?
Your work isn't here anymore.
That's mean. You know, it all makes perfect sense to me now. You wanted me to lose the company.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you encouraged me to give it up. Because it makes it so much easier for you to move us to Los Angeles.
That's ridiculous.
Is it?
I thought you would be happy there, but if you don't want to move there, that's fine. We might have to spend more time apart. It's not that big a deal. Where are you going? There's a storm outside.
It is a big deal.
Brooke, you need to come home. There's flooding everywhere. They're saying that the levee might break. And on top of all that,
I'm sorry. And I love you. Please come home.
I don't know if I can, babe. I can barely see the road.
okay, well, I'll come and get you. Where are you?
What?
I'll come get you. Where are you?
I can't hear you.
I said, where are you? Just stay put and I'll come get you.
I'm coming up on the Gable Bridge. I think if I can just...
Brooke? 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 The car's on the bottom.
Are you sure?
I just need you to trust me.
I'm sure we're not sinking.
We're not sinking. No. I'm not going to leave you. Besides, you're going to be my best man in our wedding, right?
Yeah.
Your leg's stuck under the steering column.
Julian, I can get you out. Hold on. I can do it.
Julian, he's just a
I can
boy.
get it. Hold on.
Hey, Jamie, relax. He's gonna get you out of here, okay? I promise. Julian,
I can do it.
Help him.
I can do it.
Julian, he's just a boy.
I can get you out, Brooke.
Save him and then save me, please. He's just a boy. And he loves you, and so do I.
I won't leave you here.
I know. Go.
Okay. Okay, come on. I won't leave you. I'm coming back.
I know. Go.
This isn't happening. This isn't happening. We're gonna stay right here in Tree Hill. You and me, together.
Julian.
We won't go to Los Angeles. I'll never, ever leave you again.
Julian. I love you.
origin waiting for me, Jamie.
But Julian!
Oh, come on, don't do this to me, Ray. Come back to me.
That Brooke is dead.
Come on! Please! Come back! Dad! Come on! Yeah, baby, breathe, baby. Come on.
What's in the code?
Right here.
Right here, and I'm not going anywhere. Suddenly I'm for a big mistake.
You know what happens at a bachelor party?
That stupid rule never applies.
Well, you have nothing to worry about.
I'll get this somehow. Nobody knows.
Seriously, baby, I want you to have fun.
Don't tell me your night is just now ending.
What happens at a bachelorette party?
Oh, wait. I thought that stupid rule never applies. I was girl bonding time with my mom.
We got into a fight.
And I'm not gonna let some high-maintenance brat like you marry my son.
If you stopped drinking for 5 seconds, you would realize that your son is a grown man. Stop treating him like a child.
I do not. He does whatever he wants.
Really, I have 2 words for you. Dog costume. It's no wonder Julian moved away from LA.
No, he just came to be with a girl who can't even give him a family.
I'm sure it was just the alcohol talking.
Oh, the alcohol said some really mean things.
But you'll work it out at the rehearsal dinner, okay?
We might not need the rehearsal dinner anymore. I don't deserve you, Julian. I did something horrible. 2 things. I lost my engagement ring, and I kissed some guy. I don't even remember who he was.
I do. Whoa. So what was so important that I had to come all the way down here?
Well, I was looking at this earlier, and I realized I needed to tell you something right away. I love you. I mean, I really, really love you.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna hold on to this for you.
No, I feel so naked. Yes, I'll marry you. I love you.
Well, it's where it belongs now. Now go get ready for our rehearsal dinner so I can be one step closer to having you as my wife.
This is how you spent your last night of freedom.
You're only getting married once, Brooke. I wanted it to be perfect.
It is. Unbelievably perfect.
Okay. Why are you dancing like that, Brooke?
Because this dance is what made an amazing man fall in love with me.
Yeah, that one? All right, turn it up.
You know it, baby. Tell me.
I found my other half. I mean, I kiss you and then it gets...
Definitely it would be.
It would be.
Forever could never be long enough for me. I feel like I've had long enough with you.
I want you to have this.
What is this supposed to mean?
It means we're going steady. I'm in love with you. I'm so lost and completely in love with you. I have been ever since I saw you doing that ridiculous Molly Ringwald dance.
Love has surely shifted my way. Marry me.
You told me that someday I'd be ready to let someone in. I think today might be someday.
If I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will.
Wow.
Say you will.
Brooke looks like an angel.
By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Can I kiss my wife now?
I just want to kiss you.
We did it.
Yes, we did.
So what now?
I don't know. I'm kind of new to this whole marriage thing. I guess we'll just figure it out as we go.
Sounds good to me. I love you.
Love you too.
The bride and her father to lead us in a dance.
Shall we?
Been going my way, you know I need you.
Thank you for doing this.
You're my daughter now.
Baby.
My dad promised me he'd be here tonight.
I'm sure he meant it when he said it.
Today, Julian married my Aunt Brooke. She's probably the coolest girl I know, and the girl Julian's been waiting for since he broke this bumper car token in half. Today, Julian gave me this token. He said he didn't need it anymore because he found his other half. Congratulations, Julian. I think it was worth the wait.
We made it, didn't we?
You okay, Mrs. Baker?
I'm so happy, Mr. Davis. So now the honeymoon's over and we're just gonna turn into a boring old married couple?
You fight in your sleep, Brooke. Any couple you're a part of couldn't be boring.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I don't know. Go to the grocery store, run errands, cook.
Things a boring old husband would say for $500, please.
Or you could watch Kick-Ass again.
We have a winner. The hot water won't work.
All right, I got it.
Damn, my husband is sexy.
I'll call the plumber, but I don't like that guy. He's always checking you out.
You're just jealous because he's kind of handsome.
Really? You think the plumber's handsome?
He's okay. He might have a shot with me if I had a reason to stray, but clearly I don't.
Okay. I'll call the handsome plumber guy, but just remember, you're my girl, Brooke Davis. And you always will be.
So, I was thinking maybe you could take a little break. I could use a little help in the bedroom.
I love you, Mrs. Baker. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, maybe you are.
Sorry, what can you say?
I can say, oui.
Lucky for me.
I'm home.
Hi.
These are the best days, aren't they? When we look back, these are the days we'll remember.
It's a day I'll remember, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I could really go for a pizza.
Ooh, yeah, you want me to call the pizza guy?
That sounds delicious.
What are you thinking, baby? Meat lovers?
Definitely.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can.
Who's that?
The pizza guy?
Great, where's the pizza?
I didn't want pizza.
You said to call the pizza guy. Oh.
Why are you laughing?
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Sorry, dude. Little misunderstanding. Obviously, I'm here.
I'm cool with that.
I think we should adopt.
What? Are you sure?
I know there's a child out there for us. One we'll look at and think, how could we have ever gone through life without this? And they'll know we searched for them. Like I searched for you.
I want that so much and I want it with you. Are you sure we're ready?
We're ready.
Do you think I'll be a good mom?
You'll be an amazing mom. I'll be grouchy and old.
You'll be wonderful. We're gonna adopt a baby. I just want it to be perfect.
I know, but just try to relax. It's only our first interview.
And it could be our only. Trust me, I have been through this before. It takes some couples years to adopt. You don't get an opportunity like this every day. It's like all the stars aligned for us.
Maybe we should trust the stars then.
That went better than I expected. We sounded like the perfect parent.
Yeah, I guess you're right. How could she not love us? Look how adorable we are.
Brooke, what's that sound?
We're getting a baby. We're getting a baby.
Brooke Penelope Davis Baker, you break that box spring, you're sleeping on the floor.
Ooh, Daddy's mad. But there isn't a box spring.
Oh, even so, you get over here before you mess up and I have to raise that baby alone.
Oh, yeah?
I got you, you crazy tiggery thing.
I like it when you get me. I'm happy to be gotten.
We're getting a baby! I'm gonna be a father!
There's no possible way she wants us as the parents after today. Millie basically told her that we're destitute while joking about her drug problem, and then my mother showed up yelling about prison.
Hey. I'm sure we can explain it.
Tried that. She still laughed.
I want you guys to be the parents.
We're gonna have a family. We're gonna have a baby in a room with paint called Enchanted Forest or Soft Duckling. You're my Enchanted Forest.
You're my soft duckling.
Oh gosh, I sure hope Hales doesn't go into labor anytime soon.
Well, if she does, we'll just throw her in the bed of my truck.
Guys, it's time.
What? It's time? You sure?
Here we go.
Brooke, I'm fine.
I know, it's okay. You just got a little spooked.
Are you okay?
There's been a change of plans. I had a checkup this morning. Looks like your baby's gonna be here sooner than we thought.
Brooke. She went into labor.
Haley?
No, Chloe.
Hey, I told you it was coming sooner than we thought. How are you feeling?
What can we do? Can we get you anything? Call your parents?
No, thanks. I'll be fine. Okay. I was just about to call. Hales just checked in.
Well, actually...
We heard. It's so exciting.
What was that all about?
I just don't want to steal Haley's thunder today. Especially for Jamie. If we have news first, then we can tell them, okay?
That's very sweet of you, baby. I love you, you know that? And you're gonna be an amazing mom. Tonight.
I can barely breathe when you say that.
It's okay.
We need a name. Our baby's gonna be born without a name.
Oops.
We can name our baby whatever we want. Hi.
What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. It's my girlfriend, Chloe. About to be a father.
She didn't want to do it alone, and she wasn't alone. She held her in her arms, and she just couldn't go through with it.
It was a girl.
Yeah. Girl. Brooke. You okay?
Yeah. I'm just so happy for you guys.
Brooke, it's okay.
No.
I don't want you to worry about this stuff. I'm gonna paint the wall and we're gonna send these things back and we're gonna be just fine.
I know.
It's gonna be okay. This is one of every flavor they had. They didn't have tequila flavor. I think you should take that job in New York.
Would you be okay with that?
I'd be great with that. Are you kidding? I think it'd be good for both of us. Getting out of Tree Hill.
I think you're right.
Brooke Davis.
We're at the hospital.
What are we doing here?
We're getting our baby.
I was standing right about here when I saw Brooke. She looked so relieved, like maybe for a moment everything was gonna be okay. Staying to help Jamie? I mean, he's just a kid. Wagoneer came from right there. They're lucky to be alive.
Come on, guys, he told you he did it. He resigned.
And you let him! You got drunk, nearly killed my wife and Nathan's son, and then just drove away and let your father take the blame.
Hey! You guys are fired. I might even sue you for this. Come here. You like that? How does that feel? Don't you wish there was somebody here to help you now?
I turned down the job.
In New York? Why?
When I was living there and running Clothes Over Bros, my office looked out on this building nearby, and on the rooftop was a playground where all the grade school kids would have recess.
So you turned down the job because the schools have playgrounds on the roof?
I turned down the job because I don't want our child to have a playground on the roof.
Okay, you're losing me.
I took a pregnancy test. We're pregnant.
Baby.
I think I'm showing.
That's awesome, baby.
Julian.
Okay, baby, let me see. You look skinny as ever.
You don't see it?
Maybe, but I've been conditioned over time to say you look skinny as ever, and that's what I'm going with.
Damn it, Julian, tell me I'm fat!
Now stop worrying about your pregnancy.
Who says I'm worrying about my pregnancy?
I do. Because I know you, Brooke Penelope Davis Baker, so stop your worrying and get over here. We're gonna be fine this time. I hope you know that. This is a miracle. And it's our miracle.
Nice, look how fat you are.
Shut up, Julian.
If we're counting yours, I seem to be getting 3 heartbeats. Congratulations, carrying twins.
You know how I told you not to worry? Well, I guess what I should have said is, I know you're gonna worry, but when you do, I'm here.
Okay.
This is our miracle, Brooke Davis. And now it's 2 miracles, and no girl deserves it more. Hi, gorgeous.
Sometimes I sit in here and it feels like Christmas Eve.
I know that feeling. It's how I felt when I first met you. Brooke. Baby, I'm right here.
I'm sorry.
Shh. No, it's okay. You did great.
Is it okay?
Our sons are here. And you're here. Our family's gonna be just fine.
Davis starting your next Clothes Over Bros?
Maybe. But these days, my life is definitely more bros over clothes.
Whoa, whose baby is that?
This is our baby. This is Davis. Is that Jude? And where you are.
Good. The babies.
What about them?
They're not crying. And we're sleeping.
They're gone. Someone stole them.
Good morning.
Are the boys okay?
Of course they're okay. I've done this before, you know.
Barely. My dad thinks he might have an investor for the company.
Wow, that was fast. Well, I'm happy for you. And it's gonna make your mom insane. She said it was irresponsible of me to trust him with you and that I should be trying to break you 2 up.
Jude's got a bit of a temperature. Do you think you have time to drop Davis off at daycare on your way back to the stages?
Yeah, if I go right now. The only thing worse than 1 sick baby.
There's 2 sick babies. You're my hero, Julian Baker. Good luck today. Say bye, baby. Is everything okay?
Yeah, why?
Well, the daycare called and said you never dropped Davis off.
What happened?
I don't know. I
somebody had noticed Davis, it could have been really bad. You know, I understand forgetting your phone or your keys, but your own baby who depends on you for everything.
Brooke, the important thing to remember is that Davis is okay. He looks like he's more than okay.
I know.
Is he okay?
It's all right.
I'm sorry, I don't know how this happened. I was stressed about the meeting. I just wasn't thinking. I can only get the heat in here to 85 degrees. It was at least 101 when I left Davis. I can't forgive myself for this. I can't forgive myself for being so careless. I almost took away the one thing that matters most to us. You wanted a baby more than anything. You waited and you prayed, and you had a miracle happen. Your dream came true, and then in one moment, in one horrible, stupid moment, I almost took that away from you.
But you didn't. If you need me to tell you that I think you're an incredible dad, and I love you, I do. Both. We're gonna be fine. I trust you, okay? You need to learn to trust yourself. I just got off the phone with the sitter. She said you're running late. Is everything okay?
No, yeah, everything's fine. I just wanted to spend some more time with the kids.
Oh, great.
And just say it if you want.
I'm not following.
You think I'm a horrible dad?
I have seen horrible dads, and you are not one of them. But you are a lucky dad. You should be counting your blessings.
Is he okay?
Julian, he's fine. Nothing's changed. Davis is still completely healthy. But I am a little concerned about you. You should get this filled. That's one day of rest and relaxation for you.
It's sweet that you spent the morning with the boys. Where'd you go?
I took him to the hospital.
What happened?
The boys are fine, and the doctor thinks I need to take the day off. Don't do that.
What?
Don't give me that look. The doctor gave me the same kind of sympathetic look. So did the babysitter. I'm tired of people giving me the benefit of the doubt.
No one needs to give you the benefit of the doubt. The doctor's right. You just need to take your mind off of it.
Someone put this on my car.
Julian.
Why did it take a stranger to tell me the truth that I deserve to be punished?
Julian.
What, you got a problem? Yeah, I do. Is that all you got? Hey.
Oh my God, what happened?
It's okay, it's just a bar fight. I slept on the couch.
A bar fight?
Doesn't even hurt.
Let me see.
Okay, it hurts a little.
Put some ice on that. I'm gonna call the police on this guy.
You can't really do that.
Why not?
Because I started it.
Why would you do that?
Because I left our baby in the car.
Okay. I guess you finally found the punishment that you've been looking for. Why don't you ask Nathan what happens in bar fights? Did you even think for 1 second about your family when you did this?
That's all I've been thinking about.
Julian, I love you, and I really want to help you move past this, but I do not want to raise 2 kids by myself. So when you're ready to be a parent again, I could really use the help. It's up for parole. Xavier, he wants to meet with me before his hearing.
No way.
I think I should.
Why?
I want to look in his eyes and see if he's still the same person he used to be.
I don't think you should go to see him.
I have to.
Why?
I'm not afraid of him. I'm not gonna be afraid of him.
Well, then you cannot be afraid of him from here.
I have to go there. I have to.
Not I. We.
You and me.
sorry for what I done to you. That's all.
I don't believe he's changed. I don't believe he's sorry. And I'm sorry, but it would be a mistake to release him.
The first time you had to face him, you were so brave and strong. I fell in love with you. And today in that room, you were just as brave and strong. And I fell in love with you even more.
I couldn't have done it without you. Either time.
I guess they didn't find your little speech as moving as I did. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
He came to the restaurant this morning.
Who did?
Xavier.
What do you mean? How could he come to?
They let him out last night.
He's just a lowlife who's trying to scare you.
This is different than last time. We have 2 defenseless babies now.
Besides, if he shows up again, I'll kick his ass.
Hi, Brooke. All right, let's go. Get up. Still eating.
Hey, I wasn't doing anything wrong. There's no logging eating. Go before I beat the hell out of you.
I just wanted some cherry pie.
I'm telling you right now, the prison will be the least of your worries if you come near my family again.
It's pretty sexy, actually. You getting all protective.
You like that, did you?
Mm-hmm. You were right. I think he was just trying to scare me.
You need to call me if you ever see him again.
Okay. Any news on Nathan?
No, not quite, but I think we're getting closer.
Can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I know.
I feel so bad for Haley.
Hey!
Just knowing that Xavier's walking the same streets as us makes me feel sick. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Maybe it wasn't him at Karen's. Maybe it was just in my head. And he's putting us both so on edge. Maybe we're just jumping at shadows.
Do you really believe that?
I don't know. What I do know is that I'm here, and our boys are here, and I'm not going to let anything happen to them. Or you, I promise.
Loon at last.
Look.
You've already done enough talking today with that pretty little mouth of yours. I can get to you whenever I want. So don't give me a reason to. Have a nice night. Have a nice night.
Baby, I can't talk right now.
I am not gonna let him intimidate me.
Who?
Xavier. I'm not afraid of him.
Why? What's going on?
Why are you whispering? Where are you?
I'm in a movie. Where are you?
I'm at the cafe.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. If Xavier wants to mess with me, he's gonna have a hell of a fight on his hands.
Absolutely not, Brooke. If something's going on, you need to call the police or lock up and go home or both.
I know.
Promise me. Baby, promise me you'll do that.
I'm just so tired of it. You know? Injustice.
Trust me, I know. Okay, I do. But I love you, and I need you safe. And our boys need you safe. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, go home. I'll see you there.
Okay.
What the hell, dude? This is supposed to be easy. You grab some dork, kill him, get paid. I mean, come on. Do I have to do everything myself?
Hey.
Cradle and all.
I'm not afraid of you.
Should be. Do that again and I'll slit your throat before you finish.
Xavier, please.
Don't say my name!
Why?
is no why. There's only what I want. It's that moment that you know and accept, and no one's gonna save you.
Oh my God. No one's gonna save you.
Make sure you include the part where I told you he was going to attack me again and you didn't believe me.
This is Julian Baker. I have Dan and Nathan Scott, and we're coming to the hospital, so be ready.
Oh my God.
It's not mine. Dan was shot.
What?
How did you know I was here?
I heard you on the police radio.
What?
Don't freak out. Xavier attacked me outside the cafe.
What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll tell you about it later. The important thing is I'm okay and you're okay. And he's going back to prison for good.
I just want to hug me. Hi.
Oh, thanks for
You
coming.
have now saved the two most important men in my life, and I don't know how to thank you.
I'm just glad I could help. And now I can cross the steal a cop car off my bucket list. I think I finally found a project for my soundstage. I've been reading An Unkindness of Ravens again. I really love that story.
Well, of course you do. It's the book that made you fall in love with me.
The scope of the story just seems so much bigger than a movie. Maybe it could be a TV show.
I always liked that book. I have some great news. We have an offer to sell Baker Man.
Sell it? It doesn't even exist yet.
That's why it's such great news. A large chain is willing to pay a fortune just for your name and idea. Of course, the final decision is up to you.
But he's a horrible father. You didn't bring Baker Man to him because he's a good businessman. You brought it to him because he's your dad, and you wanted a relationship with him.
You get it. So why doesn't he?
Well, my dad didn't either until I gave him a push in the right direction. Maybe that's what your dad needs. Just try telling him exactly how you feel.
I don't want to sell the company.
Why?
Because I already had to sell clothes over bros. I want to have something of my own again.
You said yourself that the line doesn't even exist yet. That's why it makes such good sense to sell it.
That's not the point. Daddy, the point of this was for us to do something together. You knew I wouldn't want to sell. And that's the whole reason that you flew down here. It wasn't to check on me or spend time with your little girl. You came here to put on a show.
Brooke, don't be ridiculous. You're overreacting.
No. Julian thought that you could use a push in the right direction? How's this? Get out. I cannot believe I am such a sucker. You want Baker Man? Fine, take it. I do not want any part of it.
You're acting like a child.
How would you know you weren't around when I was a child? Get out!
I like the cargo pockets on the shorts. Kids should have to carry their own diapers.
He tricked me. I fell for his charm like I always do, and he left me like he always does.
He just doesn't know you. If he would spend one real second with you, he would know that you're the most caring, most loving, most amazing person in the world.
If you make the Ravens TV show, can you make him get hit by a bus or something?
I'll probably just leave him out. A character who doesn't love Brooke Davis. I wouldn't even know how to write that.
Why is it my dad won't me?
Thank you.
For what?
For all of it. For inspiring me, for being patient with me, for believing in me. I love you.
It's easy to believe in you, Julian Baker. Now come home. I'm proud of you and I love you. We all do.
I just feel like something's missing. I wish I could have been there so I could really understand, you know?
This will help you. It's my diary. Volume 4, ages 15 to 18.
Whoa.
No. Just so you know, I have never been more vulnerable. So you're not allowed to tease me or stop loving me depending on what you read in there.
Okay, thank you.
How do you unsee something?
What happened?
I just walked in on my parent. having sex.
What? I thought your parents hated each other.
They do. Oh my God, it was foreplay for hate sex.
Oh, gross. This is a nightmare. You can't poke your mind's eye out.
Do they even realize they've ruined another company of yours?
Of course not. Let's recap. My dad screws me over. My mom screws me up. At which point they start screwing each other, and now I give up.
I don't.
Well, where are you going?
Your mom asked me why I gave Ted a free pass. That's feeling like a pretty great question right about now.
Make sure you knock.
I came here to tell you that how you've treated Brooke is unacceptable.
I see.
As her husband and the father of her kids, I'm not going to let anyone, not even her father, put her in a corner. What I want is for you to wake up and fix things with your daughter. She gave you your 3,000th chance to be a decent dad, and you blew it. Again.
I want to run the company with you and your mother. The three of us. But either way, it's your company.
Got me wet.
Why?
Because that's what our daughter wished for. Now, Julian, I'm really happy that my daughter has you in her life.
Thank you. I think you just got your company back.
Yeah. Who were those people?
Those were your parents. It's good to meet them.
I really like the way you're writing Brooke.
Well, I guess I haven't told you this, but I kind of like that character.
Do you think the audience will? She's kind of a hot mess.
Considering how she always gets up no matter how many times she's knocked down, it's a pretty safe bet.
Thanks.
I want to tell this story. Your story.
Hi, husband.
Hi, wife.
So what did you want to show me?
Come here. I'm ready to tell this story.
I hope they like the script.
They did. I just got the call from my agents. We start casting next week. Looks pretty good, huh?
I could tell you stories about nights spent in this room.
I'll bet.
I did a lot of growing up in here. Wishing and dreaming. Figuring out who we were gonna be, you know?
Your boyfriend wish lists. Kind of had to bump Peyton's dad off the list.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. All those nights you were trying to figure out who you were gonna be. However you got there, whatever it took, you made it. And I'm so in love with the girl you became.
I always loved that house. It deserved better. It deserved a family.
And tell me what I should remember about this place. What made it so special?
Oh, I don't know. What makes any high school special? This is where it all happened for the first time. The heartache and the happiness. All of it. Being in this hallway feels like it was yesterday. I wake up sometimes and I miss it.
Okay, open.
My old house?
No, our new home.
What?
Come on. You said this house deserved better. That it deserved a family. Well, now it's got one. The best one.
I wished for this. Right here, without even knowing it. I wished for you and our family in this. Ever since New York, I wanted to come home. I just knew in my heart that there was treasure here, and I found it. In our sons, in my parents, in you. This house always wanted to be a home, and now it will be. Our home. Everyone should have that. A place that makes them happy.
You should have that. Welcome home, Brooke Davis.
Want to go see my room?